right here is the umbilical cord. Now remember last time when I was explaining that veins are deoxygenated blood and arteries for the most part usually have oxygenated blood. In the fetal circulation it's different. So this is going to be the umbilical vein, and it carries oxygenated blood from the mother to the baby. So I know veins usually have deoxygenated blood, but on the fetal circulation, oxygenated blood, umbilical vein. So it's going to go through, this is the liver right here, and usually the liver will filter out and get rid of all the waste in the blood, but it doesn't need to do that because the mom's liver already did that because it's already basically filtered and oxygenated. So it's going to go through what is called the ductus venosus. It is another type of hepatic shunt basically, so it's going to go, literally just go straight through the liver without touching it. So that's what it's going to go through, and you really can't see it. That'd be like one of the conceptual questions, like what is the shunt that bypasses the liver and the fetal circulation? Ductus venosus. So it's going to bypass the liver into the superior vena cava here. From there, it will go through the right atrium, like normal circulation, right ventricle, then pulmonary trunk. But from there, you know the pulmonary trunk, that's where you take it to the lungs. But this is a fetus, so it is not, its lungs aren't working, it's not, and it's already oxygenated blood. So this is where it's called the ductus arteriosus, which is this little bitty thing right here. It will shunt the blood from the pulmonary trunk into the aorta. Once the fetal pig will breathe in its first thing of air, the ductus arteriosum will then kind of shrivel up and turn into the ligamentum arteriosum. So that's why that was in the last lab. The ligamentum arteriosum is because that used to be our ductus arteriosus, and that is basically the shunt from the pulmonary trunk to the aorta. Once the blood is in the aorta, it will just distinguish itself, through the rest of the body like it would regularly. And then whenever it has all the waste and deoxygenated blood, it will go through these two right here. These are the umbilical arteries. Like I said, it's opposite in the fetal circulation, so this is where the deoxygenated blood will go through the umbilical arteries back to the umbilical cord for the mom to then take it out as waste. And then just one more thing, between the umbilical arteries here, that's the urinary bladder. So for the fetal pig, for the most part, if you can recognize the umbilical cord, umbilical vein, umbilical arteries, urinary bladder, and then just understand what the ligamentum arteriosum is with the ductus, and then what the ligamentum arteriosum is, what it used to be, as in the ductus arteriosus, then understand what the ductus venosus does. And all of that should be in the back page of your worksheet. It should explain what it turns into and what its job is. So on the practical, those conceptual questions are fair game, but the answers are already, you don't even have to write them down, they're already there. So, are there any questions about the fetal pig circulation? Or what could or could not be expected, test questions wise? Awesome.